All right, I had to jump off the couch, get over here into the kitchen. We're celebrating Hampton Restaurant this week, and we're welcoming Chef Jason Ruiz-Gonzalez from Bensi Ristorante Italiano. How'd I do with all those pronunciations?
Sounds great.
Woo! Okay, we're making Penne Bensi today, a dish named for the restaurant, and you've brought out our ingredients today, so why don't you tell folks at home what we're going to be working with today so they can make their list.
Okay, today we're going to be making a Penne Bensi. In the Penne Bensi, you need your chicken tenderloins, fresh, Parmesan cheese, Pecorino Romano, a little bit of chopped Roma tomatoes, some unsalted butter, fresh minced garlic, some salt, pepper, and some extra fancy durum flour.
Okay.
You're also going to need some penne, some fresh basil. You can give a nice chiffonade cut, a little bit of fresh pomodoro, white wine, and olive oil.
All right. You mentioned making sure that people use unsalted butter. Is that, because you're going to be adding salt separately?
That's correct.
Okay.
And nowadays with the butter, like certain companies that have more salt content than others, so you don't want to put salted butter. Now you also added additional butter. Now it's salty or
got and if it's too salty, you can't take it out. All right. So make sure that you read those labels before you get started with this recipe. So what do we do first?
Okay. First, you want to get your pan hot.
Okay.
Start getting.
And I notice you've already got some water going over here so we can shock the pasta. So if somebody was making this for a dinner party or something like that, they could cook the pasta to a point ahead of time, and then they don't, it's 20 minutes.
And then about another 2 minutes, and you're ready to go.
Good to go. Okay. So this dish is actually named for the restaurant. Is it very popular on the menu?
It's one of our main sellers.
And where's the restaurant?
The restaurant's located in the Peninsula Town Center.
Oh, okay.
Hampton, Virginia.
Yeah. How's it going up there? That's a brand new development.
Yeah, it's going really good.
Is it?
They got a lot of things for the kids in the summer. They have a waterfall where the kids can play free. They hire a lot of amusement for the kids.
Yeah.
It's a real family-friendly oriented place.
All right. Haven't had a chance to get up there yet, but I mean, as soon as you say there's stuff to do for the kids, I'm there, right? We were just talking about that. We can't go anywhere now. Not without them.
Gloves.
Okay. So are you going to drag the chicken through the flour before you?
Yeah, we're going to give it a quick dredge so we can get a nice sear on it.
Okay. So is this a dish that you're going to make completely in the pan, or is it?
Oh yeah, we make all our food to order.
Okay.
We make all our sauces fresh. Everything's in the same pan.
Okay. I didn't know if maybe you would sear it and finish it in the oven or something, but
no,
it's all going to be done right here.
All,
Okay. Is it tough to cook with somebody asking you a zillion questions? That was the nice thing to say. I appreciate that. What do you like most about cooking?
I don't know. I've had a passion for it since I was a kid. I can't stay out of the kitchen. I love it though.
Me neither. That's a whole different story. So, have you cooked at many restaurants? How long have you been with Bensi?
I've been with Bensi for about a year and a half. So about a month after they opened. I love it. I also go to Culinary Institute of Virginia in Norfolk, right off Robin Hood.
So there's always still more to learn.
Yeah.
All right, well, the pan is heating up. I know Jason's going to throw some oil in there and get the chicken searing. When we come back, we'll keep working on our Penne Bensi. Okay, thank you very much for coming by today. We look forward to giving this a try a little bit later on. Karen, did you know? Well, not only are we talking about Wedding Week, but also Hampton Restaurant Week on the Hampton Roadshow. Chef Jason Ruiz-Gonzalez is here from Bensi Ristorante Italiano making Penne Bensi. So when we last left our hero, you were dredging the chicken tenderloin through some flour.
Nice. Your chicken's already dredged.
Yep.
You got your pan hot. Got your oil. You ready to go?
And it's in small pieces, so it's gonna cook quickly.
Yes.
Without getting
nice
too
bite-sized pieces.
Okay, and you've also put on some of the fresh
pomodoro sauce.
So how do you? I know there's tomatoes. Here,
there's
but what
garlic, onions, and olive pomace oil.
And you said you make this
salt, pepper, and a little bit of sugar. Give it a little sweet taste.
Right. You make this fresh every day.
Yeah, it's our fresh house-made pomodoro.
Okay. And I didn't hear you mention a lot of salt in this either. So I mean, a lot of people are trying to restrict their salt these days. So it's good to hear that it's not really salty in your red sauce. What are you doing now?
We're putting the dredged chicken onto the hot saute pan so we can give it a nice sear. Give some nice color, lock all the flavor in.
And then, so you said the entire dish is going to be made in this pan, so we'll be adding things in. Will the chicken come out at any point, or just keep
keep cooking through it?
So tell me a little bit about what the restaurant is doing for Restaurant Week. You guys participating in Hampton Restaurant Week?
Correct.
Okay. So what kind of specials are you going to have? And if folks are not familiar with Restaurant Week and the pricing and all that?
We have some couple of special prices for lunch. We have a menu that's $9.95 menu, and then we have a dinner menu that's starting for $19.95.
And what kinds of things are on the menu?
We have grilled salmon, tilapia franchise, shrimp fried diavolo over linguine, which is a pomodoro spicy sauce.
And is the Penne Bensi going to be on there too? Does that show up on the special menu?
I don't believe so.
All right, so you're going to have to ask for that by name, but it's easy to remember because it's Penne Bensi. So if you go into Bensi, you'll remember that, right?
You have to.
So how long on each side for the chicken?
You're going to let it sear about 45 to a minute, so you get nice coloring.
I'm just going to stir the sauce because
A little bit of
I like to stir it up a little bit. All right, and don't forget we've got our water going here to kind of bring the pasta to al dente here because it's been pre-cooked, but it's not cooked all the way.
No, it's not cooked all the way.
Okay. All right, so a little salt and pepper went in there.
Turn it up a little.
So you've got the nice little bite-sized pieces, but that means you've got to go in now and turn each one over by hand. It's a labor of love for the customers, right?
You got to make sure the customer's happy.
Got to make sure. Now, if you wanted to make this at home, could you maybe like pound out the chicken and just cook one big piece, or do you really feel like it's better fork-sized?
That's probably about the good size for it because you're gonna let it cook with the sauce, and you have it at high temperature, and you cook everything else, but the chicken also gets nice and tender as well.
All right, so do it the way Jason does it because he's the pro.
You can do it a little. You can pound it out, but it might be a possibility that your chicken might dry out.
Okay.
Or it's just not. It won't be such a good end product.
All right, listen to Jason. He does this for a living. All right, we're going to come back and start adding in more good stuff. Wow, we are celebrating Hampton Restaurant Week today in the Hampton Roadshow kitchen. And Chef Jason Ruiz-Gonzalez is here from Bensi Ristorante Italiano, and he's making the Penne Bensi. All right, you've been very busy since we were over here last time we looked. There was chicken in the pan. Now there's a lot more going on over there. So catch me up. What have you been doing over there?
Once the chicken seared well, we got the garlic. We got a nice brown on it. Once it went brown nice, we deglazed it with a little bit of white wine. Sauteed the tomatoes. Added a little chicken stock to stop the cooking process so the garlic won't burn.
Oh, okay. So the chicken stock is at room temperature? Or is it actually chilled?
It's chilled.
It's chilled.
It shocks it, so it won't cook no more.
Another tip. We're going to put all of the ingredients for the recipe along with the how-to at thehamptonroadshow.com later today if you want to give it a try. So you said the chicken never came out of the pan.
No.
But it's still, none of the flour and stuff has kind of fallen off or washed out with the sauce.
It sticks to the pan, and you get all that flavor gets stuck when the white wine deglazes it. So all the flavor from the chicken that you have right there, it incorporates it with the sauce.
I saw you put a little butter in there.
Yeah, we Monte bird it, put a little bit of butter and flour to thicken it up. Use it as a liaison.
All right, and again, the unsalted butter, so you don't end up with extra salt in your dish. All right, into the pot went the pasta and the broccoli.
Well, broccoli first, you want to give it a steam because broccoli is typically going to take a little bit longer.
Okay.
And then you add the broccoli.
So it just pretty much got blanched in there. But look at that, nice bright green color. Looking good. I'm going to stir the sauce. Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like, wow, okay. It's just instinctive to step back when somebody does that.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. You were talking about a particular way that you cut the basil.
We give it a chiffonade. It gives it nice skinny texture.
Long kind of strands there. So you just take the leaves and you just roll them up?
Oh, you roll them up and give them a nice cut.
Okay. Wish I could have seen that, man. Snuck that in during the other interviews. It smells really, really good. You said this might not necessarily be on the Restaurant Week menu, but you mentioned a lot of other things that are a salmon dish that you've got.
Yeah, we have a
Restaurant
salmon dish. We should be throwing it on there though.
Okay.
We can give this is what the main dishes the company started with. The company is ran by the president, John Ozzo. He's from Calabria, Italy. Calabria, Italy.
All right, so he's got street cred to be cooking Italian food in Hampton Roads. I believe you.
Get your plates ready.
Okay, and again, the Restaurant Week in Hampton, has that already started, or does it start Sunday?
I believe it starts Sunday.
Starts Sunday, okay. And at Bensi and many other Hampton restaurants, there will be lunch specials and dinner specials. Again, that set price menu that allows you to try different things. And we're going to have to ask you to come back in here, Jason.
Okay.
So you can finish up the dish. All right, we're going to plate this and top it with the cheese. And we're all going to be able to give it a try in just a little bit. Right now we need to go back to Karen and our pal Rob Shapiro from the American Red Cross.